to another video. Today we've got a computer build. So, the customer called me up and he wants just a computer to get onto the internet, Microsoft Word, that sort of stuff. Basically the cheapest computer we can build with a few specifications and whatnot in there. But yeah, so roughly this whole computer suite, because we got in a monitor, keyboard and mouse, router, printer, all that crap, roughly cost $1,500. So yeah. The parts. So, for a motherboard, we've got a Gigabyte B150M HD3. This motherboard does DDR3 memory and all that. So, yeah, sort of a mid-range motherboard. We've got an Intel, it's upside down, an Intel Pentium G4400. This is the socket LGA1151. It's Intel's latest socket. We got some of my favorite RAM, the Kingston HyperX Gaming. We got, I think this is 8 gigabytes. We got a multiple card reader. This is a Shintaro, I think that's how you say it. It's basically a 30-in-1 USB 2 card reader. We got Windows 10. This, I'm pretty sure this comes on a USB 3 flash drive. We also got Office Home and Student. This feels surprisingly empty, so I'm not sure what's in them. We got him a 1TB Western Digital Blue. You'll see I build with these a lot. They're a very reliable, very fast, cheap drive. We got a Wireless N PCI Express adapter. This one's by Asus. We got an Asus DVD writer here. This is just your basic run-of-the-mill DVD reader writer. We also got an adapter for the card reader, and a case. We got the, what is this? The Thermaltake Versa H22, I think. I do a lot of builds in this case, so yeah, we'll see what happens. So what tools will you need? As I've said before, standard Phillips No. 2 screwdriver. I've got a nice ratcheting one here, does the job. Some sort of knife to open up the boxes. I've just got a standard knife here. Might need scissors, might need other crap. Generally no. Just going to use this stuff now, and I'll tell you if we need anything else. So, yeah, the first thing I usually do is prepare the case. So what we'll need for that is the DVD writer, card reader, the hard drive, and the adapter. So yeah, we're going to get rid of all this other stuff. So we're not using the motherboard, CPU, RAM, Wi-Fi card, or the installation media. So that's going to go right back there. So yeah, let's see what happens here. On the back of your case, you have usually 4 screws, and what we're going to do is just take them out, and yeah, so I'm going to take these 4 screws out. I'm going to set them where we'll remember them. For me, that's right on the end of this bench here. And usually, you just pull, like I did there, and the panel comes off. So I'm going to grab the box that the panels came in, and one of the styrofoam things that the case came with. Did I say panels in? I meant case. So we've got the box, and one of the styrofoam things that the case came with. And we're going to put the foam in the box and one panel either side of the foam so they don't scratch each other. So this one comes off the same way, you just pull it off. Now you're probably wondering, there was no power supply in that part list. comes with the case, so makes my job easier. And yeah, so you'll see this case comes with a bunch of screws and manuals and stuff in this Ziploc bag. Throw that there. Case also has all these cables and stuff attached. We're gonna undo these. So there's the power cable for the power supply. That's gonna go, yeah, that can stay there. These twist ties. These twist ties have metal in them. You don't want to build with these because if this plasticky cheap coating comes off, the metal could touch two metal parts in your board and short it out, so we don't want that. So I'm going to chuck that in the case box so I remember where they are. That freed up all these cables, so we got USB 3, HD audio, your front panel headers and your USB 2. There's also fan cables, and I think there's one up front. No, maybe not. And all your case cables. So we're just going to keep all them out of the way. What should we do first? Well, start with the DVD drive. Why not? So this case is a little different to the other thermal techs I've used, but the ones I've used in the past usually just come off. Well, that was simple. Just pull it off. I was taking out this dust filter here. No, this is one of the simplest things you'll ever do. So inside this panel here, I'll show you. There are, oh, we can't really see. There are these little tabs, and you just, well, let's see, I think you just push them inwards, and they should pop out. So I'll see what happens. And let's see. I think that's how they come out. Oh no, do you just push the tabs out? Rightio, you just push the metal things out. That's, or maybe you that's all. You push the tabs outwards and push these bits in. So I've taken the top two off. We'll see how that works out. I'm also going to take this plastic off while we're here. And then we're going to put this panel back on. Now you could have reached through your case like so, like that, to take those out. I find it easier to pop the panel off. It's really up to you. But yeah, so we're going to pop this back on. Make sure, in this case, all 6 of the clips are in. And now for your DVD drive, you'll want to look in your little bag of goodies that you got with your case. And you'll see that there are all these different screws. You'll basically just want to, if you're new at this, try each screw in the holes of the side of the DVD drive. I've been doing this quite a while, so I kind of know what I'm looking for. They're generally a fine threaded screw. Yep, that's the ones. So I just do this outside the case so I can see if they are the right screw. So the ones in question are a fine thread round-headed screw, as usual. They're not the hexagonal head case screws or the coarse thread hard drive screws, or the brass standoffs that are quite obvious. They are, well, the fine thread screws, like I said. So you want 4 of them for the optical drive. And then I like to put the optical drive as high up as it goes. You just want to, this case has a lock. Makes it a little difficult. Basically, with this case, it sits in, you twist and pull. Sorry, that would have been a bit fast for some of you. But yeah, basically you twist and pull and it locks your drive into place. So then you just make sure your drive's the right way, line it up, and slide it in. Try not to get too far in. And you can choose whether or not you want to use the locks. I don't like it, so I'm going to use the screws on both sides. And they just go in. Try not to do them up all the way on the first bit, because you might need to wiggle it around to get it in the other side. I'll come around to show you where I'm putting these. So these just go in here and here. Don't know if you can see that, but they go in there. I did that one up all the way. And I'll do this one up all the way as well. Generally, you want the screws snug, but not too tight. And I'm using a magnetic screwdriver, so it's sticking to the side of the case. I'm going to do this to the other side. I'm going to snug them right up. There we are. That optical drive's installed. Next, we'll probably do the hard drive, so I'm going to move all these screws and stuff to where the other screws are. Generally just going to keep them together. I'm going to move all this plastic and crap and CDs that you get out of the way, so I'm going to put it behind the camera, along with these metal bay covers and the lock, and my cat got out, whatever. I'm going to put the hard drive in. So the hard drive, tear it out of the bag. It comes with a little clay or silicone or whatever it is, desiccant. Do not eat this. It says it right on the box, do not eat, or right in the bag, do not eat. Are you kidding me? Are you actually kidding me right now? Sorry guys, technical difficulties with the microphone. This laptop down here that was doing the recording of the audio wanted to do Windows updates. So, where were we? Clay desiccant, silicon desiccant. Do not eat this. It's the only part in this whole build that says do not eat, so don't eat it. No, bad people. Don't need this either. So, your hard drive looks like this. Generally, they go up the front of the case here. This case is obviously a newer model to the one you saw. I think I built with this case in one of the last videos. But this case here has 2.5-inch sleds and 3.5-inch sleds. So what you do with these make it quite easy, is basically you take your hard drive, and I don't know which way these are designed to go in. Looks like that way. So what you're going to do, you see your hard drive has connectors on the back here, you can't really see them. And the bit of the sled that has these little tabby things, you want to place the connectors to those tabby things There are also little nubbins that go in the holes here on the side of your hard drive. And basically, it's pretty self-explanatory. You just want to bend the caddy till the hard drive falls into place, like so. Generally, that's not going to go anywhere, but generally, I do not trust. So I'm going to put 4 of the coarse thread round head screws in, just to be, actually it only takes 2, so I'm going to put 2 in, just to be safe. If I can find a second one. Nope, that's not it. That looks like it. I'm constantly checking that laptop now to see if it's recording. So now that that's in, you just slide that in and it locks, and that's not going anywhere. This other caddy that we took out, that's generally for SSDs or laptop hard drives. Sometimes you might want to put a laptop hard drive in your desktop. Maybe it's cheaper, I don't know. But that's generally for SSDs or laptop drives. You can also put SSDs in these ones. It's got the holes. So in total you can put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 drives, I think it is. You can also ghetto mount them in here. Doesn't really matter. So yeah, that's about it for doing this. Let's get to the next part of the video.